Hi guys, how is everyone doing? Welcome to this episode of the AuraCast. I'm DragonBeaz. I'm on my own because my wonderful co-host Cinder and his amazing partner Riley are moving house at the moment. So I'm solo flying, which is fine. So without further ado, we're just going to jump straight across. I'm going to bring on the two guests and we're just going to talk shit for an hour and so. Let's do this. Yeah. Hey, and here they are in all their glory.
Hi.
Hello.
So, today's guests, we've got Daniderek,
Hi.
and we have TheTruePetal. It's in the salute. Hello.
That'd be me.
Hello.
And so before we just get into anything, I think it's been a while since either of you have been on the AuraCast. So maybe for the new people coming in or people who I don't know how, but have forgotten who the hell you are.
I mean, I was not AG yet, but when I was here first time.
No, you were in the AG recruitment. Yes, yeah, you were, and Pedal has been on. You've been on here twice.
Have I?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been on it
Then
since
you
you've
got
been
better
on.
memory than me.
I was going to say you've been on the team, been on the team, and then been on the AuraCast since you've been on the team.
Then you remember better than me, at least.
You know.
I didn't realize I was getting that old. Jesus.
I mean, it is your birthday soon.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna be even older.
Yes. Look, I turned 32 this year. I'm aging rapidly. But who's the host again? Well, you know, some idiot. So
you can see who here is in my community.
I was about to say you can see the ones who are used to dealing with me as well. Yes. Anyway, we might as well start with Danny. Tell us about yourself, who you are, what you do, and try not to deafen us with your voice.
Well, I'm Danny. For those who don't know me, I'm Daniderek. I'm also known as a living foghorn, which is why Beast made his lovely comment just now. I'm a variety streamer with a focus on anime games. Although, okay, I've been expanding with actually getting back into Destiny. And my community is Black Player Cults, which you can see two people always love to embrace that.
Okay, and then we have TheTruePetal. Same question.
Yes.
I'm not
But who
repeating
am I?
myself.
Yes.
Who are you? What year is this? Give us a sign. Oh god, it's going to turn into a Phasmophobia stream
no.
before you know it.
Yes, I am TheTruePetal from Norway, also a variety streamer, though currently with a normally I'd say focus on Destiny, but at the moment it seems to be more focused on Final Fantasy. Thanks, Danny.
Yeah, well, hey, it's fun.
That it is. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Well, it's customary to start with the question, what have you been playing this week? What have you been doing? Even though I know.
Yes, I'd hope you know.
Although, with how my memory's been this week, it could be a possibility I don't remember anything, so it's fine.
Oh well.
Potato. You can start this time, Pedal, because Danny started last time.
Oh great. Well, it's not too long of a list, really. It's Final Fantasy, both alone and with a chaotic one. It's been Raft and Destiny 2, both of which have been with the boozy one.
Yes, we have been playing a lot of Destiny 2, and which will make a few people in the Aura Guardians happy because there is I have to say there is a heavy Destiny 2 following in AG. So I've been. It's been a week. I have been playing Destiny, and I have had a week of Pokemon goodness, including today's successful, finally getting a Bulbasaur so I can actually progress my SBQ that has been going on for nearly 2 months. I never want to see Viridian Forest again. So been doing that. We played Raft. Raft was interesting.
Yes, it certainly was.
It's finished on a bit of a cliffhanger, which is normal for Raft because then they release another chapter and then you go on and do something
waiting
else.
for the chapter 3.
And yeah, other than that, not really anything else. Stardew. I've been most of that's stream stuff. Off stream, it's been mostly Destiny or pretending that my brain wants to do things. So yeah.
Hi, Charming.
Hi, Charming. How are you?
Charming one.
So yeah. Bit of AG stuff before we get into the just absolute milling throng of.
Oh, you don't want to know what I've been playing?
Oh shit! Sorry.
I was waiting for it.
So I'm so used to
I don't want to include them, but
I'm so used to ignoring Danny. For those who don't know, Danny and Petal are my partners, but I ignore Danny. It's just part of my life. So it's just like he's literally in the other room. I'm like,
part of the furniture.
Yeah,
the noisy behind me leads to the room where Beast is sitting. But yeah, also Road Dazer. Oh yeah, I've been playing the same as these two. Destiny with them. I felt excluded just now. You play with me too.
yes.
And yeah, Final Fantasy with Petal. That's it.
Yeah, but you know why I'm trying to block out the fact that we played Destiny 2 with you? I've only got to say the word egregore and it messes with my head. I've never seen someone fail something so badly repeatedly.
My God, that was
it was such an experience. Okay, before we got anything else,
one word for it.
I need to clarify something. So for those of you who don't know much about Destiny, there is a mission that's come out for an exotic weapon, which we don't talk about because Petal wants to get sponsorship for.
And... I can gladly talk about it, but okay, sure, go ahead.
No, I should get Gay Superman on here telling us about that weapon. It would be freaking amazing. God, bless him. So what in that mission? It's called Presage. There's these parts where you can't get through unless you pick up a specific buff. And so there's more and more puzzles as you go in, right? We get to this one area where you've got to grab what it's called egregore, which is the buff, and you have to go halfway in this room, basically, and there's another wall that you walk through to get more egregore, to then go to the other end of the room to go through the door that you need to progress. Petal and I did it. We watched Danny fail it 6 times.
Yeah,
and I love how he counted it.
He'd literally got to like the door, and there was these slight little reed things like flying there. He just didn't walk around them. He kept trying to walk through them. I'm like, okay, by first or second attempt, I can understand. 5th attempt, and he's like still running into these reed things. I'm like, go around them, please.
I panicked.
So only one of us had to get through to open the door. So
yeah, at the end of the day, it was all pointless that he was trying to do it anyway. But it was like, all right, well, it was an experience. Thank you for the host, Wolfo. So yeah, that was something. But anyway, what else have you been playing other than Destiny?
Thanks, Charming.
Are you asking Danny still?
What?
Who are you asking? Hold on.
No, Danny. He didn't finish. All he said, I played Destiny.
No, I said and Final Fantasy with Petal.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, there you go.
Uniquely. I can't see the problem here, Pyroplus. I can't read that in other way than any other way than Danish. So that's Denmark.
See, I just think of the pastry like a Danish.
And I played more Danish this week.
Does that originate from Denmark?
I don't know. Now I want a Danish.
Like it.
So yeah, all right. A little bit of AG stuff, just to cover that before we get stuck into the just absolute onslaught of stuff that's gone on this week with gaming, or the last 2 weeks actually, because we need to talk about something else as well. So tomorrow there will be some announcements. for new stream team members. So we will be putting them out on Twitter and in the Discord. They won't be all at once. They will be spread out throughout the day just to torment everyone because I'm a showman. I like to make things dramatic and.
As long as you don't kill this laptop as well with it.
No. Last time I did that. Last time I did that, someone's laptop died as a result.
Rip the laptop. Never forget.
Yeah, that was that's such a long time ago too.
Yeah.
So that's happening tomorrow. I will be putting up warnings and things to let you know when those announcements are going to start. But we will be introducing some new members to the stream team tomorrow. Outside of that, after we've done the stream team announcements, probably heading into March. We'll be heading into March, obviously, and into April. We're going to start looking at some more events and stuff as well. So there will be some more community events and stream team events like marathon-y type stuff or theme weeks and things like that. So we're going to do some more stuff because it's been a while and things are starting to settle again, so we'll be able to start looking at some of that stuff. You expect drum rolls and fanfare with each announcement.
Expectations.
I mean, if you supply the drums
and the rolls.
And the drums and are we drumming on rolls or are we rolling drums?
I can roll a drum down a hill. That's the best I can do.
We'll just roll a
drum roll.
We'll just roll a drum down the hill.
Yeah, there's the drum roll.
You just put someone in the drum and then roll it down the hill. Yes, it'll probably be Danny. It will be Danny.
I was gonna say I vote Mew.
You're gonna put Mew in the drum. All right. Well, All right.
Oh.
Oof.
Don't put Mew in the drum.
She's not even here to defend herself. How rude. So yeah, that's pretty much the AG stuff out the way. So yeah, keep your eye out for tomorrow. So there have been 3 fairly significant things happen in the last 2 weeks. So we'll start in order of what's happened. So we'll talk about last week's Nintendo Direct. Because we haven't actually covered that on the AuraCast. So it was 50 minutes of announcements. Lots of little things. Some of the bigger things coming out of it is Splatoon 3 is happening. And it's got a very Fallout wasteland kind of feel to it. It's very strange, but I'm sure it will be good. Mario Golf is coming. It's very apocalyptic. Well, they've always teased with Splatoon that it's going to be like, it's set like long time into the future. Like it's sort of post-apocalypticness, I suppose. Then they also announced, what else did they announce? I'm avoiding the big one, obviously. Well, the big one for me anyway. Smash Bros is getting a character from Xenoblade Chronicles, which nobody sort of picked. It was a very left field selection, and it wasn't even the main character because it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, Fall Guys finally coming to Switch.
Yeah, Fall Guys is coming to Switch. Apex is coming to Switch. I was laughing because I'm like, I can't imagine how Apex is going to play on the Switch.
You had the Octopath Traveler-like game.
What?
The Octopath Traveler-like game for Enix.
Oh, Project Triangle. Project
Yep.
Triangle something.
I just remember that's Triangle because of Square and Octo, so...
It's Triangle something. Triangle...
Yeah.
Triangle geometry game. And it's being
Geometry
made...
Dash.
I picked it straight away. It's being made by the same people who made Octopath Traveler. The same development studio. So...
and same studio made Final Fantasy series.
They dropped a demo for that as well. Fall Guys is coming to Switch. Does anyone still play that? It's got a following. I don't know, because I didn't really get into the whole Fall Guys thing, really. I played it a bit and then just got really sick of playing it. Can't imagine Apex on Switch is interesting, because I remember when Dead by Daylight came to Switch and I was like, Dead by Daylight barely plays properly on PC, let alone console, let alone Switch. And that's not to say... Not to say that the Switch is a terrible console, because it's not. It's just that Dead by Daylight's is not
It's not
optimized on
made
anything.
for that
No.
kind of games.
And also apparently that's crossplay.
Yeah, Apex is going to be crossplay. I can't imagine an Apex player on Switch playing against an Apex player on PC.
Oh god.
Can you imagine it? Oh, that would be so
I can.
bad.
It's gonna be horrible.
Oh, that's gonna be so bad. And there was a whole heap of indie stuff they spoke about. There was a few Japanese RPG type style games as well they were talking about. But the big one, well, for me at least, is that after 10 long years, Skyward Sword is getting a HD re-release on the Switch, and I lost my shit. I absolutely lost it. I may have squealed like a little girl, and I am fine with that. Okay, so for those who don't know, Skyward Sword is part of the Legend of Zelda series, and it came out on Wii. It had motion controls, and the biggest gripe with that game from people was the motion controls. I never had a problem with it, but people did. So now it's coming out HD, which it needed desperately because that was its other fallback, is that the Wii is only so powerful. And they're also introducing the option to play with the motion controls or play with traditional controls. So I think it's going to bring this game to a new generation of people, which is really exciting. And so, yeah, very, very, very excited for that. And I've been, ever since the Switch came out, there's two games that I said that needed to come to it. Pokemon Snap and Skyward Sword. And I'm getting both this year within the span of a couple of months. Oh, Apex already did crossplay, but it does consoles together, and the only time console will get in PC lobby is playing with party. Yes, I thought that was what they did. So the only time you would ever get into a PC game is if you are playing on the Switch with a team of other people who are playing on PC.
I mean, I still wouldn't want to think about Apex on Switch and on Xbox, so...
Well, no. It's interesting. I mean, in the Switch's defense, we have got a Pro controller, and the Pro controller is actually one of the best controllers. And that's not trying to be biased because I am a Nintendo fan, but it is one of the best. It's very well designed. It's very well weighted. It's a good controller. So
you're a Nintendo fan. I had no idea.
No, never.
Oh,
So
that just sounds like a nice redeem for Onyx. Make him play Apex on the Switch.
oh my god, Onyx playing Apex on the Switch would be just the most funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So that was pretty much the Nintendo Direct. A lot of people were a little bit disappointed in it. I was fine with it. I guess we wait and see what happens with any of those. And then we had the State of Play from PlayStation, which also didn't have an awful lot come out of it. There wasn't a lot of new stuff. It was a lot of revealing further information about stuff. Oddworld Soulstorm had a trailer. Kenna Bridge of Spirits had a gameplay. There was a lot of gameplay trailers. Crash Bandicoot 4 is coming to PS5, which is cool. I'm sure that will look fantastic. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is getting a PS5 update, and they showed a trailer for that, and that'll be free to anyone who has it on PS4. Knockout City, which is that, which was also on the Switch. It's coming to the Switch, which is the super weird dodgeball game that I've been talking about. It was very strange. Outriders had PS5 gameplay, which is that new game that a few people have been telling me is a little bit similar to Destiny in a lot of ways, apparently. The first Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach PS5 gameplay was released, and I watched it, and it is creepy as hell. I won't play it, but I'll probably watch someone else play it. It's horrific. It's going to be scary.
Anyone will make you play it, Beast. Let's be honest.
I was going to say, or I'll get dragged into it, kicking and screaming. I honestly think it's coming to PS5. I don't have a PS5, so I'm safe at this point. But there's a member of the stream team who has got a PS5 that I'm sure, if we had a theme week, we would have to push to get them to play it.
It's a silence.
Subtle hints. Yes.
Subtle as a brick.
There's a squad that's a little odd.
One of them might be a little quiet.
I'm expecting another person who might, if they get a PS5, will push to get them to play it.
Who's that?
Your adorable, your lovely co-host who isn't here today.
Oh, absolutely. Cinder will play Security Breach.
We'll play the entire FNAF series for Team Week.
I'm hearing PC at the same time. The game. Yeah, it could come to PC as well. It wouldn't surprise. Well, it will come to PC.
Oh dear, no one is safe.
Baldur's Gate 3 is picked up to some patch. Okay, so that was pretty much it. The biggest announcement was the PS5 update for Final Fantasy VII and the stuff that was coming for that.
And Final Fantasy had also had a few small games that got announced.
So yes, and then yesterday, I'm disappointed.
Here's the bombshell.
I'm disappointed a little bit. I will say this. I am disappointed as much as we have lovely guests this week. I wish my esteemed co-host was here to talk about this one, because I have sat here for 19 episodes, including today, of the AuraCast, with a vast bulk of them ending with the words, Gen 4 remakes, please. And that one Cindershots got his wishes yesterday, as the Pokemon Presents announced the return of Gen 4 Diamond and Pearl remakes. What is it? Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond. Coming to the Switch later this year.
Really looking forward to that.
I'm guessing November as normal.
I have not played those gens. I'm looking forward to it. There are
I have not played Gen 4 either.
There are heavy criticisms on the art style.
Wait, am I the only one on this call who's played Gen 4?
Probably.
So it would seem I started Gen 5, so only before I played that.
I was
Gen
on
3 remakes.
You two are in for something.
I was on a hiatus from Pokemon for a couple of years in the middle. I personally like the art style. I immediately compared it to Link's Awakening, the remake for that. I'm looking forward to it. But it is a faithful recreation in 3D graphics of the Sinnoh region. And it's a thing. It was... I'm not surprised. I was more surprised that it was actually legit a faithful remake as opposed to a Let's Go style game or something completely left field, but I'm glad in one way. And unfortunately, what annoys me a little bit, and this is happening all the time, and it's not just in the Pokemon community, is that basically the people are getting what they want and they still found something to whinge about.
That's just how humanity is. People are never going to be happy. There's always going to be something that doesn't quite meet their expectations.
Like, because I've been keeping an eye on it, and literally, then this art style is just a 3D rendition of the original 2D style.
Exactly. Just think about it. They could have gone the way we have with Sun, Moon, and onwards for the graphic style with the new Gen 4 remakes, which would have looked very weird because it would look nothing like the original. This is true to the original as they get, while keeping the quality and art style more modern.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if Cinder is on the AuraCast next week, if they've settled in, I will have a detailed conversation. Whether I want to or not is another thing, but I'll have a detailed conversation with Cinder about his thoughts on the Gen 4 remake announcement. I don't mind the art style. I mean, see, I don't have the attachment to Gen 4. I know Gen 4 has got a very sentimental attachment from a lot of people, so, it's alright to feel disappointed, but when it gets to the point that you're getting what we are now with the toxicity, it's just like, guys, you need to just calm down, it's fine. And the other thing that was announced, the other thing that was shown was in Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap, as we all know, is coming out in April. and it looks amazing. They showed a trailer with some gameplay. It is now confirmed to be on rails like the previous game. It's not free roam, which is fine. Well, in my opinion, it's fine. And what they confirmed is that you can take all your photos you go through, and before you go to the professor or whatever else, you can edit them and zoom in and add frames, and you can do all this, and you can post them online. And so there's actually a whole editing feature, as if it was like Photoshop or
Like
Instagram. It's Instagram style. Like, yeah. So it looked really cool. We've seen a few more Pokemon that are in the game, which is nice. We've seen Vaporeon, we've seen Tyranitar,
Alolan Raichu.
Alolan Raichu. Oh, they had Alolan Raichu actually surfing. It was, it was so good. So very, very, very cool, and very, very exciting for that. So that's coming out.
Chinchou as well.
Chinchou, yes, and Inkay was there as well. Yeah,
All the Inkay and Chinchou moments.
yeah, that was very adorable. The sleeping Blastoise, it was laying on its back, I think, if I remember correctly. It was like, like laying on its shell.
Pulling a Genbu.
Well, we were assuming it was asleep. Maybe it was just a typical turtle that couldn't get back up and it just flailed like that. But we don't know. So yeah.
Like Gamble Battle.
And then the next big thing that nobody's foreseen this is a game coming out set in the Sinnoh region years and years and years and years and years before the Diamond and Pearl era. And it is called Pokemon Legends Arceus. It is a action RPG. It literally, to me, looked like Pokemon put into the Breath of the Wild engine. It had those vibes. It's free roaming by the looks of things. It's you're still catching Pokemon, battling and everything else, but even like the Pokeballs were like steam engine looking style Pokeballs where the bottom was wooden and it had like a little cap, and apparently when you catch a Pokemon, smoke comes out the top, and all these like little details of it making it feel like it was ancient.
Older, yeah.
Steampunk. It wasn't steampunk. It was sort of like... No, it wasn't steampunk. It was sort of...
More industrial.
It was more industrial. Like, yeah, it wasn't...
That was a bit of mix between Shinobi and industrial.
Yeah, industrial is probably a good word. Like, it was kind of... Yeah, it was really historic. Yeah, it was historically, like... As if before Pokeballs become such an advanced technological thing, it was an incredible look. Your starters are God, now I remember. It was Piplup,
Cyndaquil and Rowlet, wasn't it?
Cyndaquil and Rowlet?
At least this is the three that got shown there. I don't know if there's going to be starters or not.
Yeah, they're confirmed.
Okay.
What's that?
I thought it was Oshawott Rowlet then.
Or was it Oshawott?
Oh yeah, Oshawott was shown.
It was Oshawott. It was Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and Rowlet. Which they did drop a subtle hint, which I was like, where they said a certain professor brought them to the Sinnoh region from other regions. And I was like, I'm obviously not thinking it's Professor Oak because this is set way before his era, but I'm thinking maybe it's Oak, like descend or like a previous, like a father
ancestor?
or grandfather, or ancestor. That's the word, like grandfather or something.
I've seen another theory, and I don't think it's going to be that, but I found it kind of funny because someone went that it's AZ.
Interesting one, yeah.
Because we know he's thousands of years old.
3,000 years old, to be precise, yeah.
Maybe. Depends on how far back it's set as well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Professor Willow.
Immortal.
He's immortal. So yeah, very exciting. There's a lot of because for those who don't know, today is Pokemon Day. 25 years. 25 years. That's what I was going to say. Now that we've gotten all the news side of that out, they showed at the start the most amazing progression from when the first game released to now, and all the different like merchandise and like games and offshoots and what platforms it was on and like mechanics and just everything. And it was this amazing like timeline of like huge throwback moment of just everything under the sun. It was such a like it was very aging for me because I'm like, yes, I played Red and Blue when they came out, so I was 7 at the time, and it's like, I know all of this.
You were missing one in it though.
Yeah, Pokemon Quest wasn't in there. I'm so salty because they had all these other random things in there as well, but Pokemon Quest wasn't in there. I'm like, how dare? So yeah, there is a big concert that they're doing. They've been releasing a lot of stuff for Pokemon. With Post Malone released a song, which some people are like, oh, it's awesome, and it's got like they've used some of the like music from the games and that to make this song up, and some people are like, it's got nothing to do with Pokemon. It's like, okay, postpone my loan. Yes, postpone my loan. So yeah, so that's Pokemon news. It's this game, this open world game is going to be a real interesting experience. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's only single player from what I've seen. Cerebi have confirmed that the Japanese website for Pokemon and that is saying that it's single player only, which people are a bit salty about, but apart from battling, Pokemon is pretty much a single player experience, and trading obviously, but people were hoping it would be like you can all jump into the world and wander around together and that, which would be cool. Like, I'm not disputing that, but then this is the first time. So the Diamond and Pearl remakes have been given to a different studio, and Game Freak and that are developing this Pokemon Legends Arceus game. So there's a lot of work being gone into it for them to want to hand over their main franchise. Whoop.
Oh.
I think we've lost Boodle.
Boodle.
I think they're in. Oh, maybe not. No,
they're not at home, so maybe it's just the dogs.
Possibly. He gone. Oof.
He gone. Oof.
Oh, we've got a winking. We've got a winking symbol.
We got a winking OC. A winking Kwame.
That's Lupa.
Oh. So that'll come back to us.
I have returned.
But your camera's not showing.
It's not.
No.
No.
It is on my end.
It's not on our end.
Oh.
One more. Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, it is showing for me. It's just not showing for you.
That's odd.
Oh, it is now. There we go.
Oh,
okay. Good.
Not hearing it. Now we're good. We're good. All is good. So yeah, that's the exciting world of Pokemans. So yeah, that's been all the stuff that's been going on. So is there anything you'd like to talk about? Anything that's been happening that you would like to talk about? Anything, that you want to have a chitter-chatters about?
The only other thing I have to add is all the upcoming Destiny 2 updates.
Ooh, yes, that's actually a good one. Oh my god, they released a blog 2 or 3 days ago, I think. Yeah, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And so the big things, I mean, it's huge, so like I recommend going and reading it, but the big things that I took out of it was they're no longer sunsetting things, which is going to make a ton of people happy.
Sunsetting is being sunsetted.
Yes, they've officially sunsetted sunsetting. And then what else is there? They are
Glass returning.
The Voltaglass returning next season or the following season?
What
season are we in now?
I think it was next. I need to double check that.
I'm so confused. Which seasons?
Season 4, next season. Yes.
Okay, so it's coming out next season, and they're doing something different with the Vault of Glass in regards to the World First thing. Because the Vault of Glass is a raid that's already been out, even though they are altering stuff
The
about
very
it.
first raid ever.
Yeah, exactly. They are adding additional challenges that have to be completed in order to get World First. Because it's kind of like, well, the basic way the raid works is fairly well known by this point, obviously.
Us Destiny 1 veterans will be able to run the raid at no problem. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. Storyline wise, they pushed the Witch Queen back to 2022 now.
Yeah, let's see. It was early 2022, I think.
Yeah, it was meant to be the end of this year, around November or something, I believe, but it's now been...
around, so it's the annual one, but yeah, early 2022 is the goal now.
They're giving themselves more time.
And they've added an additional unannounced chapter after Lightfall, apparently, as well. So Lightfall is not the last expansion.
No, because they don't feel like they can get the entire story into the... so Lightfall is no longer the end game for now. And it'll be interesting to see where they go after they've done that, because I guess it depends on the fan base and the gamer base at that time as to whether they want to continue expanding upon the universe, because it by the time all that comes out, we'll be looking at 10 years, which is what they originally planned for the life cycle of Destiny. So it'll be
going to keep it going for longer after that, because, as I said, Lightfall, that's going to mark the end for the Light and Darkness saga for Destiny, but still going to keep on with the world.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where they go and what direction they'll go with that. They're doing a lot of their usual nerfing, buffing stuff. Stasis is getting a lot of work done for PvP.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, the Saber Strike got re-added this week, and then next week it's the Nightfall.
That'd be fun.
So yeah, there's been a lot of that.
And the Ornament and Shader rework.
Yes,
that's coming next season.
So they're
Ada 1 returning as the...
I did see that. Yeah, she's coming back as the vendor. There's an official title for her, but she's the vendor that will be handling all that.
Yeah. Nice. I know that's they've gone back to Destiny 1 version of shaders as well. It's a perma unlock instead of having to have stacks of the shaders and use them to put on armor.
Yeah,
that makes me so happy.
Yes. You just need to get it once and you have it. It's just...
I was going to say, it's good that...
that made me so frustrated the other day, because I had to unlock 5 shaders. Like 5 of one shader.
Yeah, just put on a whole armor set.
Oh my gosh.
Destiny Season 76 Master of the Chief.
Master of the Chief. Oh my god. Oh my. Imagine if they actually at some point do like a Halo Destiny crossover thing. And like
that would be so like
oh
crazy.
My god.
That would be awesome.
Just a complete side note, because I don't really follow Fortnite at all, obviously, but I had to laugh the other day. I got an ad while I was watching YouTube, and it was... They've been adding lots of hunters and things to Fortnite. It's like a season of all these hunter characters and that. So there's been like Boba Fett and... or sorry, not Boba Fett, but the Mandalorian stuff and that. And then like... there's been heaps of them, right? The latest edition had me laughing. And it was Alien and Ripley from the Alien franchise. With the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph is going to be in there. I'm like, oh my god. Can you imagine running through the fields in Fortnite and then suddenly a Xenomorph pops over the hill? But it's holding with a shotgun.
Only thing worse than a Xenomorph is a Xenomorph with a shotgun.
Or wearing like the bush disguise or something. just crawl over. Oh god, he's wearing... It says little tongue poke out of the bush. Like...
Xenomorph with a flamethrower. It's my turn now.
Oh god.
Oh no. Now the turns have tabled.
What do you think about the new Monster Hunter for Switch?
Danny can answer that one.
Monster Hunter Rise is also apparently coming to the PC too.
Well,
Ooh.
it is. Ooh.
They confirmed.
Now
I
I'm
think.
intrigued.
I think it's coming in next year though. I think it's exclusive to Switch for like a year, and then it's coming out next year, from what I read.
I mean,
Interesting. I mean, I
You-
love
you-
World, so
I was about to say you still got some time to complete World's TheTruePetal.
But I do, yeah, no. I had to. I don't like I said. I don't follow Fortnite, but I had to laugh when I seen that the Xenomorph's coming to Fortnite. That was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We know you mean, right, Jay?
Um,
Yeah, I've played the demo of that. It was actually pretty fun.
Animal Crossing is getting Mario stuff as of the 1st of March to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Mario. So that's cool. I'm
that's in 2
excited for it.
days.
That is in 2 days. There is also something very other important things on the 1st of March. Pedal's birthday.
Oh, great! Now everyone knows.
Well, if they didn't find out now, I would have put an announcement in Discord like I do for every other team member.
I'm gonna
so.
be
I'd
old.
say,
I'm gonna be so old.
hey,
I'm gonna
At
be a
least one way
whole
not to
year
be.
older in 2 days. I don't know how that math works, but
What else? PS5 is reportedly adding internal storage expansion this summer, so that'll be cool. They need to do that because these games take up a lot of space, so it would be good for them to be able to do that. So yeah, and Gigantamax Pikachus are available for Sword and Shield for a limited time. Shiny Gigantamax Pikachus, which is like the Chonkachu. For those of you who don't know what that is,
Chunk.
it's he looks like the original one from the original games. Because let's be honest, Pikachu in Gen 1, like Red and Blue, he kind of looks a little
He was
It was a
odd.
bit chunk.
He looked like have you ever seen that meme of the Pikachu beanbag where it's like sagged and just sitting
Yes.
like that? That's literally Chonkachu. So yeah.
I have to go do one of those raids called a Chonkachu now.
So yeah, so that's Fortnite stuff that I was talking about. Was hilarious.
I mean,
Go on.
you wanted to tell what Justin happened up to a few days ago?
Okay, well, look, I don't want to cover it too much because it's completely different community. But Cinder and I have been participating in a gym challenge as part of the Pokehaven community, and so Cinder and I faced off this week, and much to his chagrin,
The
I
AG
won.
face off.
I won. It was intense. I was so bad afterwards. I was shaking that I couldn't actually click the button to stop my recording. Like I was like, but I won. And it was an interesting experience.
I know that feeling quite well. Back to Disney one day, so Charles Bazaars. Oh my god, I was just shaking and sweaty after just one match.
Yeah. I've been running into trio guys in Iron Banner, and it's so annoying.
Oh, that's the worst.
So yeah, that's that.
I mean, at least Easter egg, nice.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the gaming news too. Like, there's been a lot, but it's been there was new Halo Infinite screenshots shown as well, which I don't know what that's going to be like. I've lost a bit of faith in that franchise. Sadly, it's never going to be able to match the classics, unfortunately.
Sad enough, they don't. 4 was good, but they lacked the Bungie magic.
Yes.
Halo Wars 2 though, that was amazing. I had to say that was because they, especially the art style, they went back to the old original.
Yeah.
Instead of 343's new style. So.
So yeah.
Yep. Also, Anthem 2.0 cancelled.
Yeah.
I was holding out hope that it would come out and that it would fix the game for so long, but no.
It's officially been canned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What frustrates me though is that it got canned because they want to work more on Mass Effect.
Yes.
Like no one is, at least not a lot of people are waiting for new Mass Effect after the failure that was the last one.
Yeah, but EA is pulling the string on BioWare, so.
Yeah, the same reasons why we still get a FIFA every year, while half people used to play it and have enough of it.
Yeah, there's some franchises that shouldn't release games annually. I think that's where Ubisoft finally learnt with the Assassin's Creed franchise. For the longest time, they were releasing one every year, and then they went, we're just not able to put the quality in unless we give it more time, and that's why we don't get Assassin's Creeds every year now, and it's paid off because the last two have been phenomenal. People have really liked them.
I still have played the last one.
So, you know,
Play any, so you still know more than me, Danny.
it's still that old adage of a delayed game is usually a better thing, and a rushed game is.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, good
A
lord!
delayed game will eventually be good, but a rushed game will ever be bad.
Yes,
Oh my.
I have.
something
I have
along
two
those
things
lines.
Assassin's Creed here.
Were I back at my house, Danny, I would pull out Ace of Spades already, but you.
I mean, I've literally, because I'm at my new setup, for those who don't know, I've got that figure I just showed, the Hero 76 from Overwatch, this Honored Ring, the necklace from, also from Assassin's Creed, this on a mask, and Zavala standing here.
E3's returning. I knew that. Yeah, E3 is returning. If all goes to plan with E3, I definitely will be covering that on my personal side of things. I mean, obviously E3, like many things in 2020, was cancelled due to the coronavirus. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to go though. Hopefully it will recover because last year was such a damaging time for them. Obviously, E3's been a bit hit and miss over the last few years as more and more developers are falling on. Wait, you don't know what E3 is, Wolfo?
Well, on which rock do you live?
Even I know what E3 is, and I know that since 2008.
E3 is like the okay. It's not an award show, obviously, but it's kind of like the Oscars of the year, but for announcements. It's such
a convention. Essentially, I can't speak.
Yeah, it's a convention where all developers from all over the world can attend, and they usually have big press conferences to announce what they're doing for the next 12 months and beyond.
Yeah, showcasing new upcoming games and such.
And it's usually where they launch new consoles. It's usually where like all that kind of stuff. It's a massive. Oh, I remember. Oh, there you go.
You can compare it a bit with, for example, Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's it's now open to the public now. My mind did a derp.
Electronic Entertainment Expo, aka E3.
Yeah. So usually Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Ubisoft, Devolver Digital, who else? EA.
Bungie's usually been there too, but I guess we'll see this year.
Quite a few of the big studios usually have a press conference. Oh my god, I've gone blank on. Actually, no, still closed to the public. It's probably closed to the public this year because of coronavirus, but they did open it up to the public 2 years ago or 3 years ago. The last few have been open to the public. So I would assume that it's going ahead, but it will be back sort of where it was before they started letting the public in. I'm going completely blank on the... Bethesda, that's it. Bethesda, they usually have...
If you just mentioned one of the games they made, I could have given.
I was about to say Skyrim, and then I suddenly went Bethesda. I predict that they're going to announce Skyrim for people's refrigerators this year. I think it's going to be a hit.
No, for the toasters.
Toasters. No, well, 1 year they made fun of themselves 1 year about that, and actually did a Google like the Alexa thing. But it was Skyrim, and you could play play Skyrim on the Alexa.
I remember that.
It was the best thing ever. They were sort of poking fun at themselves, and you could literally play Skyrim. They programmed enough that you could play Skyrim using your Alexa. They already did in Bethesda Indiana Jones game. Yes, they are. They are actually the ones developing the new Indiana Jones game.
Well, that's going to be a fun E3 then.
I mean, here's the thing with Nintendo. Nintendo haven't had a presence at E3 for the last 4 or 5 years. They will do a big Nintendo presentation thing like they do.
It'll be their own thing.
It'll be a Nintendo Direct, but it will be a big one usually around that time of the year. So that doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I just need to ask, because I'm actually not sure, has Activision Blizzard ever been at E3 or?
They have, but not often. They on and off. There's Sony and Microsoft are the ones that typically utilize that to the full extent for the most part. But yeah, more recently they've had BlizzCon.
Yeah, no, that's what I was asking. I wasn't sure if they stuck to BlizzCon or if they were at E3 as well.
Not as much. They have been to E3 or had a bit of a
that's
presence.
completely fine by me.
So
I think
I'm in no way biased towards them whatsoever as a Destiny veteran.
I think Blizzard was there 1 year with Hearthstone content. Like in the early years of Hearthstone.
Blizzard was there and it got very cold. Sorry. E3 was in a blizzard 1 year, no?
I mean, wouldn't surprise me.
They had E3 at Blizzard HQ.
But here's the thing. I don't think E3 is going to be as big as it used to be. Even prior to coronavirus, it was having trouble anyway, keeping interest, because a lot of these companies are going for digital presentations. And I'll toot the horn of Nintendo. Nintendo were one of the first ones to do it. Nintendo Directs are, oh, good lord. Petal knows something about drop frames.
Hey!
Look, Tomer and I were picking up the frames as you were running along, trying to shove them
Yes,
back in
but
while you...
I have not yet tried it on this laptop, but that was back on the old crap top. God rest its circuit board.
God, that's a circuit board.
God, so yeah. So yeah, that's yeah. E3. Like I said, I don't think E3 is going to be a big thing this year as it was. I'll see what's happening then. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Sony's doing this and Nintendo's doing that, but none of them are actually official E3 events.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the last years of E3.
It was already waning and ready to fall apart before the coronavirus. I'm surprised they're even attempting to bring it back this year. F for the crap top. Oh god. If I wasn't lazy, I could render out a beautiful graphic on here now. Like with the dates and everything on it, but I'm just not going to because I'm lazy. So yeah. So that's that.
I still can't believe it died during the stream. I got announced as being on a team. It's just too perfect.
I love that. Newest member of the stream team won't be streaming for a little bit because their PC's eaten itself.
Hey,
So
I had
afraid.
gotten my stationery at that point, so I'd gotten it 1 month before, remember? So
Yeah, that was so lucky. The
Yeah.
captain was like, okay,
Yeah, but it was pretty obvious there were signs. There were signs that your computer was like eating
that's
itself.
why I wanted to get a new one. Yes,
Because
that's
it
why I
was
went for
like-
an actual stationary PC.
I remember getting messages that were like, it's doing this now. I'm like,
it blue screened again.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, on my laptop blue screened again. Well, yep, that's gonna be happening.
All the times I booted up, it showed up, but black screens had to actually turn it off, turn it back on again.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, here's the thing: your laptop lived out its life. Okay,
Yes, it had 6 great years.
Exactly.
Almost
So yours
seven.
was just from use, and
Yes.
then you've got people who seem to just the word technologically challenged.
I'm looking at you, Danny.
Has never applied so well to someone than Danny. I'm a full-time streamer, and then my part-time job is managing to keep him from destroying every bit of technology that he touches. It's speaking of new members, that's your QB. No, that's not happening today. That's happening. That's tomorrow, Pineapple.
Did you guys not listen at the start of the
That was
podcast?
that was stated at the start of the stream. Yes, or not the stream.
That's
AuraCast.
tomorrow, and it will be announced on Twitter and Discord. So yeah. Technological problems. I had this conversation with Alex the other week on AuraCast, and
Which one, Alex? If it's AuraCast, then probably
Gay Superman.
Yeah.
Hello.
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 We can relate. Alex, we can relate.
I'm still standing by the fact at some stage I'm going to get Alex on the podcast again to a special. This is Alex telling us all about Destiny 2. I have to do it.
And have me and Silent there like in the background.
I think
Remember, camera only, no mics. Just
no mics
silently
is
raging.
trying. Yeah, exactly. Tips Destiny branded hat.
I wish I had one of those.
So yeah, what is the worst technology problem, except for your PC eating itself, that you've had? What is the most strange, weird technological problem you've had in regards to either gaming or streaming or whatever?
Huh.
You can answer too, Danny. I mean, I could list all of yours off, but God, I'd be here all night.
Rude. Let me see. What's my strangest? My strange probably my current problem for what's been in repairs for a year. The cover just suddenly falling off, breaking.
Yeah, yours is a weird one. So his laptop, the laptop that is currently not being used because it's sitting in repair since May last year, is the hinge suddenly it's a weakness in this design of this laptop we found out. And so one day he opened it and the screen just wouldn't turn on. It just stopped working and it never worked again. So he literally had just. I was trying to get it that I could feed his laptop into a monitor so he could still use it. Because I couldn't see anything, I couldn't do it. There was no way to override that. So it was like. So that's been in repair. But it was so weird because it just suddenly just went and it was gone. My theory is something in the hinge that connects the screen to the main console part, which is in the keyboard, snapped. But it was really weird. Yeah.
So it was an experience.
We're still waiting for Poodle's answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You went for my answer because I don't really know what would. I suppose the strangest thing I've had is sometimes when booting up a PC, Steam just refuses to work.
Oh, Steam's shocking for that. Steam, whilst is the definitive.
Like, it's very rarely, but sometimes it just won't do anything. I had to restart the whole computer.
Steam is the definitive, like, PC hosting, like, game platform, whatever you want to call it. But it has the stupidest moments sometimes. Like, it has the stupidest moments. And a lot of times, Steam can be the reason why your game's not launching. There's nothing wrong with the game, but it's Steam that won't launch it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You try to boot up Steam and nothing happens. Like, you are running, I'm logged in, why are you not opening?
No, strangest technology, if we're talking about Steam, the strangest thing I've got is that Stream Avatars overrides everything.
Oh, yes.
So if someone wants to join me, Stream Avatars stops them from joining me because it says I'm playing Stream Avatars. It's like, but Stream Avatars isn't a game. Stream Avatars is an app, like a program or a tool. It's actually listed as a separate thing from the games list, but for some reason, and there's no way to change the priority for it. It just automatically goes, all right.
The worst thing with that is it's even games where you join in the game itself.
Oh yeah, it gets very upset with that.
Because even in Destiny, it shows that you're not actually playing Destiny. It shows that you're
That I'm-
online but not playing.
That I'm playing
even though
Stream-
you are playing it.
Yeah, that I'm playing Stream Raiders. It's wonderful. God, the hours I've racked up in Stream Avatars, is amazing.
Yeah, Stream Avatars, not Raiders.
Sorry, Stream Avatars.
But that's because you never close
Stream
it,
Avatar
huh?
Raiders.
Stream Avatar
You
Raiders?
never close Stream Avatars. That's why you've got so many hours.
I forget to. I think it's even open now. Yeah, it is. It actually is. It is open now.
That's what I mean.
The strangest technological thing I had for the longest time was my mic. Prior to me getting a new updated graphics card in the PC that Danny's now got, used to cut in and out sporadically. And no reason whatsoever other than it was underpowered, like, from the graphics side of things. So people would be getting half sentences or not anything, or I'd be talking and they wouldn't hear me, or you know, things like that. That's probably the worst thing I've had. Is mic issues are always something that they're the bane of my existence. So, Stream Avatars, yes.
I do have another example, actually. It's not technically gaming related, but it is definitely related to the PC.
What's that?
It was, I know I told you about this piece, but it was when I was trying to play or watch a Blu-ray movie on my PC. because I have an external disc like this drive to have it in. That doesn't read Blu-ray. It's like, okay, fine, I'll hook up my Xbox then because that connects via the Elgato. But the Elgato won't transfer the audio when it's a Blu-ray. It's like, okay, what if I try to go directly to the Xbox directly to the monitor then, just not through Elgato? But then I have video, but I don't have any audio at all because I don't have any speakers for it. It's like I either with the drive I can't play it at all. With the Elgato, I only get the audio through but no video, and with the just Xbox monitor, I get no audio. So it's like, what the hell am I supposed to do then?
Yeah, no, that kind of stuff drives me insane.
This is where you play the movie through just the monitor and just put on subtitles.
Oh God,
Yeah, but
no.
I can't. No.
What about
no.
what about the music and the sound effects and the audio side of it?
It's a Star Wars movie. I can't have that without sound.
Oh my God,
This is
watching Star Wars with just subtitles. You could sit there making the sound effects.
or just go audio only. Like I don't know what's going on. I can only hear.
Oh my God, that would be brilliant.
I
was about to suggest the
twice.
pupils.
Once with just subtitles, and then another where I have audio only. Then I have to mentally connect the two together.
Oh my God, that's like me the other week trying to draw Pokemon from memory. It was horrific.
Oh yeah, you're streaming with Mew.
I was well. That's because that was another one. Was I couldn't work it out. I was doing an art stream with Mew, and I was trying to draw my Patreon art, and the pen wasn't working properly. It was like cutting bits out. And I was like, all right, I don't understand this. I was getting so angry with it. And then, so come to find out the battery had gone flat, even though I hadn't been using it. So I had to replace the battery. But at the time, I'm like, what is going on here? Is it not synced? Is it, ugh?
And of course, like all the stuff like that, it's the one battery you don't have in the house.
Yeah, because it was a weird battery size. It was a 4A. Not a AA or a AAA. It was 4A.
Those exist?
Yeah,
yes,
they're tiny. They're tiny. They're like a really tiny... Do I have one in the straw? I probably do. Yes, I do. They are tiny. Like... It is the tiniest... It is
God.
It is a tiny battery. It's so tiny. Like...
It's like, will it grow up into a AA battery?
Well, so this is... No, it's got to go through the. It's got to go through the teenage phase first. It's got to go AAA and then AA. But it is the tiniest battery, and I didn't know these existed until this pen was a thing. And I'm like, all right, it is so tiny. I feel like everyone's just typing A's in the chat now.
Yeah, I just realized why it's called A, because the tiniest battery would then be, the baby one is just going
ah.
But if you're better, it's ah.
Yeah, but so it's it's a quad A battery. So it's tiny, like it's the tiniest battery ever. But yeah, because usually when you go from like AAA batteries, it's usually then like a watch battery. Like one of those buttons.
A lithium button battery.
Yeah, that's the little button batteries.
It's C32.
CR2032s are pretty much the standard. Why are we talking about battery sizes?
Because you brought the tiny battery.
Yeah, I did. So yeah. Well, there's not really a lot else to cover. We've sort of covered everying. We've been far too efficient.
Everything has been covered up.
We have.
It's
a cover up. Controversy. Big AG cover up. I'm secretly a robot.
No, that's Mew.
That's a secret. Though.
Okay, I'm gonna
1414.
I'm gonna throw Mew under the bus here. I have to.
No. Don't throw under the bus. Just the most you're allowed to do is a gentle shove under a minivan.
So we're talking. Oh god. So we're talking about technology, right? And I respect the fact that most people aren't technologically savvy, but I thought this was fairly common knowledge.
I know what you're talking about.
So Mew's building a new PC because once again, Norwegians and their PCs start eating themselves apparently. So I've been helping Mew build a new PC. And we were going through all the specs and everything, and then we got to memory. And I said, well, look, you want to run this. I would say you need to go 32 gigs of memory. And she goes, but my current one is 256. And I sat there dumbfounded trying to work out in my head why she would have 256 gigs of RAM in her PC. No, she meant where she stored her photos and that. She was talking about her hard drive.
Oh, Mew, even I know the difference there, and I'm
just like, Mew,
I'm not even. Yeah,
why?
I'm not even knowledgeable with PC specs, and even I know the difference there. Oh my
I'm like,
god!
Mew, why would I give you a 32 gigabyte hard drive? In this day and age, why would I give you a 32 gigabyte hard drive?
I could hear Beaches breaking up
when
when
you
she
play
said that.
Pong.
I was like, oh, Mew, oh. Because I was trying to explain to her, because then I was like, you know, she's getting solid state for her main, and then she's gonna have a secondary hard drive, which is just a HDD like standard one. But like trying to explain it to me that point, and then the other one that made me laugh, and this was just a moment of like, so you know you can get colored fans and everything and make it look all pretty, like mine is, right? She's like, she goes, oh, I don't want glass on the side of my PC. I'm like, all right, cool, but I want lights and those fans are nice. I'm like, Mew, if there's no glass side, what's the point? She's like, but there's a party inside. And I said, yeah, there's a party inside and no one's freaking invited. What are you on about? Like, there's what is the point in this? Why would you put RGB stuff in your computer and then not have something so you can see it? Because it's usually more expensive too.
So all the gigabytes can have fun while they're at work.
Exactly, the 32 gigabytes while they store the one file on there.
Can't even run Microsoft Windows, I think, with that.
You'd be pushing it. But yeah, so I love Mew dearly, but it was an experience, to say the least.
Interesting being, yes, but I wouldn't swap her for anything in the world. Except maybe a boost.
Aw,
that's
sweet.
A very big maybe.
Thank you. I'll take it. But yeah, it was that moment of like, yep. And I literally was about to stream after that. So it was like, my brain was like, okay, I gotta go now, Mew, before you eat my brain with your silly, silly words.
Oh, the fast mode. Oh,
guys,
yes.
we don't talk about the fast mode stuff.
Her issues during...
I covered her.
She wants to fix it.
Okay. I feel like this is turning into a Mew roast, but that's fine. So, bless her. We were playing Phasmo together. And this is on her current PC. And Phasmo is in alpha. So it has its moments of being like a bit PC heavy and loading issues and stuff. And that's fine. And so she started having overload encoding?
Encoder overload.
Encoder overloading or something like that.
Yep.
And I was like, I get that as well, okay? It's not a huge issue. There's not anything you can really do about it because it's actually Phasmo that's causing it.
She wants to fix it.
She wanted to fix it. And I'm going, you can't fix it.
There's
no.
to fix.
We have to fix it. She said, I really want to shut my stream down and fix this. We're literally about to start our multi. We're live. And
you cannot fix it. It's the issue with the game, not your computer.
And she's like, I need to fix it. Well, the computer would have, that was another thing. But like, it was like, oh my god. And she wouldn't let it go. She was like, I need to fix it. I'm like, you can't.
She did actually restart the stream.
She did, and then she's like, I didn't fix it. What can I do to fix it? I'm like, you can't. You can't fix it. You can't fix it because it's not your fault and it's not your PC's fault. It's a Phasmo beta.
Yeah.
So I can't fix it. Like, yes, you can't fix it. So how do I fix it?
Put down the wrist protection. I can see you lift it up.
So, yeah. Bless her. That's why I have patience with technology and that, but this kind of stuff, I sit back and laugh though because
You
it's
have
funny.
patience with technology, but it's when the people behind or trying to work said technology, that's the one you don't have patience with.
Yes, exactly. And I'll give you one final story before we wrap up, so that I don't feel like we're just throwing you under the bus. I'll throw myself under the bus.
I was about to ask who are we throwing under the bus.
I'll
I
throw
was
myself under the
expecting
bus.
me.
We were playing Phasmo the other day off stream. Me, Corey, Kaylee, and Larissa. Corey went and hid in the locker. Kaylee and I were in the truck watching the camera, looking for orbs. Corey's trying to work out what's going on, right? He keeps opening the door, trying to get a photo of this ghost and that, right? And what ended up happening was I go to because I said to Kaylee, I don't see any orbs on this camera. And then I paused and I went, "Have we put a camera in there yet?" And Kaylee lost it. She goes, "Tyson, you're looking at the camera now, you idiot." I'm literally asking, have we put a camera there when I'm looking through the camera that I want put in there? I just went into this complete moment of oh yeah, so we are. Well, there's no orbs there.
It's like that moment when you have your hat on, like, where the hell is my hat? I can't find
Exactly.
it.
Or
Or you look at your phone and it turns out it's in your hand the entire time.
am I wearing my glasses? Oh, I am wearing my glasses.
Yeah.
It was such a stupid moment. I'm like, oh my god.
Or when you randomly find coffee glass in the bathroom.
What happens is I
Wait,
walk.
what?
Okay. Thank you. I've already thrown myself under the bus and okay, I've got this uncanny ability. I love coffee, and I'll be walking around with a coffee cup, and then I'm like, oh, I need to do this, so I'll go and do something, right? And it could be, all right, I'm going to put some towels away, or I could be putting something in the kitchen, or it could be, and I'll put my coffee cup down. But Danny's found coffee cups all over the house occasionally where I've just forgot that I've put the coffee cup there it's empty usually. Coffee cup down, and then not actually gone back and got the coffee cup. So there's a coffee cup just kind of sitting in the bathroom or in the lounge room.
Toilet.
In the toilet. Well, the toilet's in the bathroom.
No, I mean a small toilet here.
I have never left a coffee cup in there. You are so full of it. I've never left the coffee cup. Oh, we're gonna no.
That's what they all say.
Oh well, we're talking about scandals. There we go. There's your scandal for you. Beaz leaves coffee cups in toilet, even though he doesn't think he left it in the toilet. But all right. Anyway,
that's what I do with the keys.
Oh, you're shopping for keys. Anyway, we probably need to wrap up. So let me do my ad read for our amazing partner, Juju. Juju is a professional grade gaming formula. We've been partnered with Juju for quite a long time now. They are a wonderful, and I've got Bomber Pop. That's all we got left at the moment. We need to order some more. I've been having Juju for at least 6 months, maybe longer than that, I think.
I've run out of Juju, sadly.
And yeah, so it's great. It's got lots of vitamins and minerals in it. And it's also good for your eyes. It's got a thing called Ludamax, which helps with the blue light that a lot of your computer screens and that emit, because it can be very damaging for your eyes. It is natural caffeine, sugar free. It is good. You can have it on with your other diets like keto and that. It doesn't affect that. It's very friendly in that way. It's got calcium and stuff in it as well. And so yeah, it's really good. I don't have that crash effect that I do with some other energy drinks. I don't drink a lot of energy drinks because of that. I'll drink Juju. So yeah, it comes in a variety of flavors. You can get the shakers, you can get the merch, you can get everything from them. So
just be careful not to breathe the powder form-in.
Yeah, don't breathe it. I've done that a few times too. You open it and it just and it's like, yes, gives you a real kick. It's like
concentrated grapesicle.
I was gonna say
your eyes,
no,
your nose.
Oh, no, don't do that. So if you are interested in Juju Energy, go to jujuenergy.com, and if you want to buy something, use the code AGFAM at checkout for 10% discount, and get yourself some awesome Juju products. That happened the first time I opened it. Yeah, it's a very fine powder, and that's why it dissolves so well too. You don't have lumps or any bits in your in your juju. So they've got a few new flavors or some more recent flavors. Horchata's coming back into stock, or is back in stock now, I think. Pina colada, and then they've got all the other flavors. They're more traditional flavors like blue raspberry, the cherry, bomber pop.
Juju's.
Jujus, your jujus. So make sure to check that out. Use code AGFAM for 10% discount at checkout. So yes. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap up. Thank you for being here.
I'll get the bubble wrap.
Oh no. Thank you for being here, Petal and Danny. I will keep everyone posted as to whether or who is here with me next week. It might be Cinder, it might be Riley, or it might be some other random combination of people. I don't know yet.
Then Riley.
It could be both.
I think we can be sort of one thing though. It will be a beast.
I will be here with bells on. I don't know why. I feel that the bells are just necessary. So yes. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who's been watching. If you have missed any of this or have missed previous episodes of the AuraCast, you can find it on the Aura Guardians YouTube channel. You can also find an audio version on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. They usually go up within 24 hours of this airing live here on Twitch. It airs nearly every week. Occasionally we have a break here and there, but nearly every week on a Saturday at 6 p.m. CET, that's Central European Time. And yes, so anyway, keep your eye out for the new members of the AG fam tomorrow. Keep your eyes out for some events coming up in the next couple of weeks and months. And until next time, we are going to say goodbye. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Boy.